Welcome to LNP Renewable System Integrators. Today we are going to see some of the basics of the fire alarm systems. So in the last videos we have discussed about what is fire alarm system, where will I use this, how they looks like, and what are the design stages in the fire alarm system. And today we are going to see about the design stage 5 in detail. And if you want to know more about the design stages 4, design stage 3, design stage 2, and design stage 1, we have separate videos available. We will provide the link below. You can see that videos so that you will get an idea about how the design stages has been got evolved. Okay, so now let's get into the topic. Design stage 5. So design stage 5 is nothing but choosing and locating the alarm sounders and the visual alarms. Okay, so normally sounders and strobes, okay, we can use. These are designed to protect the life. See here, sensors has two purpose. It has it will detect, okay, but this is the one which is going to um, protect the life. So where and all we can locate it. See, however, in certain places adjacent to the fire control panel, we can locate it. Okay. And before deciding, okay, before designing this alarm sounders and the visual alarms, most important document that we should create is the cause and effect matrix. Simple. Okay. So this can be a cause and this can be an effect. For example, if the alarm zones, if we have 9 zones, okay, detection zones, we can classify those zones. And if detection happen in any of these zones, okay, where we need to create an alert and where we have to create evacuation, when we have to create evacuation, those things are there. Okay, it means this is the alarms in zones. Okay, most importantly, alert should be a basic factor while designing any sort of sounders or the visual alarms. Okay, and most important, the critical thing is that evacuation. If it is uh, a high level alarm, for sure we need to create an evacuation. Okay, so most importantly, for the basic to in order to design uh, alarm sounders and the visual alarms, we need a cause and effect matrix. Okay, and for the buildings, it is designed on one out all out arrangement. Okay, and nowadays so many alarm sounders and visual alarms are coming, okay, which used to establish the alarm in the particular zone area with the different alarm messages also. Okay, and most importantly, there are so many sounders which are into the market, which will detect the alarm, which will create an evacuation also, because they have already have a pre-recorded speech messages. They can provide in a synchronized way. And most importantly, the audible alarm level, okay, accepted inside the building is 65 decibels. Okay, it should not less than 60 decibels, but 60 decibel is accepted in a place, okay, where the total area of enclosure is less than 60 square meters. Okay, and mostly whatever area if you are trying to locate, it should be the audible alarm level is 65 decibels. So this is a typical example. See here, sounders have been located, and see here it is less than 60 square meters, so we can have a audible alarm range of 60 decibels is sufficient. And see here, most importantly, if some person is sleeping inside a building, okay, and if you want to wake up him, okay, minimum we need a 75 decibels at his bed head. So when you plan such sort of alarms to raise a to rouse a sleeping person, install it inside that room. Okay, and it should maintain a decibel of 75. Okay, there are certain standard recommended levels. If there is so much noise, maybe we can reduce it to 5 decibels. But for the health and safety reasons, the decibel level of the alarms should not exceed more than 120 decibels, because it can create a hearing impairment. Okay, and most importantly, consider this: when you we are splitting the multi-storage buildings into different compartments. Okay, so always at least have one sounder in one compartment. Minimum one sounder should be there in a fire compartment. Okay, and make sure the bells and the electric sounds noise sounds should not get mixed inside the building. So always design in such a way that no any of other soundos should mix each other. Okay, and most importantly consider this as well. If you're locating uh, your soundos in a particular area, attenuation can happen. It means the objects inside that particular building has a capability to absorb, because door can absorb something, furnitures can absorb something, people can absorb something, floors and walls. So always consider that in mind before deciding any sort of things, because a door has a capability to absorb the sound of 20 decibels, and if it is a heavy fire door it can absorb around 30 decibels. Okay, to ensure the 75 decibels achieved in the bedroom, make sure that rest of the things which is inside uh, the room should not absorb these sounds. Okay, and if you want to ensure if you want installing anything inside a room where the person is there is a possibility for a person to sleep, please install it with 75 decibels. Okay, and if you have a sensor soundos, okay, it's easy for us to design because it has both options. And in certain places there is a possibility for the people who is having a hearing impairment to come. So in such places we can provide visual alarms as well. Okay, and most importantly, uh, it can be used in the area where there is a possibility for the hearing level, decibel level exceeds 90 decibels. Okay, this is an act for the visual alarms which need to be followed. And if you have a sounder and a strobe within the sensor, okay, it will reduce the number of individual devices. Okay, so if you are designing, you can consider this. If you want to create a sound, if you want to create if you want to have a device which will sense as well as it will create a sound as well, means you can go for this, and so that it will reduce your cost as well. Okay, and most importantly, um, we can cover the entire building with the help of these devices. Thank you so much. To know more and learn more, please subscribe. And to have to do projects with us, feel free to contact us. We are ready to serve you. Okay, we are ready to provide a design, installation, testing, and commissioning support for solar power plants, and even we are ready to help give trainings for industrial automations. Thank you. We have provided our contact details.